Hey guys, it's Danny. Today we're gonna try out a new product. Yes, what you see in front of you. All of these things come from CZ Garden Supplies. We'll get more into it. Today we're gonna play around with the net pots and these lovely colorful things over there, which initially I didn't know what they were, but I found out and I find them really interesting. But before we get into the subject, I do want to tell you guys that initially I declined the offer. The owner of this company contacted me and kindly offered to send me a few samples to try out in a video. And as you guys already know, I am already reviewing very similar products from Repotting. So I said, you know what, maybe this is not the best time. I didn't want to oversaturate the videos with these things, but the owner was just so passionate about the product. And I myself, being a business person, I appreciate passion in a business more than anything, that I said, you know what, I can make this video, I can talk about the products. We also have some things to give away to you guys. I told you that I'm planning my little PR giveaway, which hopefully I will do this month. So part of this stuff will go to you guys as well. This was the owner's idea and I told him I already have a giveaway planned. So it worked out just great. So that said, let's dig into these products and see what they are and play around with them. So first of all, you can already see that I have multiple things here which I shall not use today. CZ Garden Supplies is a hydroponic oriented store. It's not necessarily only for orchids. It just so happens that we can actually use some of these products with orchids as well. And why not apply them to different setups such as vivariums or terrariums or things of the sorts. So in the back there, I have been sent, and PS, I don't know, I will be sent these things. I have been sent some air stones, which clearly are meant to sit at the bottom of a container of sorts. I have also been sent a valve. I think it is an overflow valve. Again, this is not my speed. I don't use hydroponics. I have here, I think, a drip system. I am showing you these things because they're just things that you can actually find for sale on the store. So for now, I'm not going to be using those products. I don't have use for them for now, but I have to tell you guys, I have been fancying some setups that might be more hydroponic than usual. We'll see how that goes. It's an area that I still want to learn. Thank you for sending me these, even though we didn't talk about it, just for display purposes. I might actually opt to give them away now. I don't know. We'll see about that. Today, though, we shall talk about the net pots. And I hope I can use these things over here as well. So let's clear out the table a little bit and discuss about the net pots in more detail. Okay, here we are. So this is the whole range of net pots and it's quite diverse. I'm actually reading this from their Amazon store, and PS, you will have all of the links to the website and to the Amazon store down below in the description. So on their Amazon store, they have net pots ranging from 1 inch, which I suspect are these tiny ones here, all the way up to 8 inches. So being that I use the metric system, this shall be a guessing game for me. I suspect this is the 1 inch net pots. Then these should be the 2 inch net pots. Then we have the 3 inch net pots. Then the 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, and 7 inches we don't have. As I can see here, we jump from 6 inches all the way up to 8 inches. So you'll have the equivalent in centimeters on the screen right now. I don't trust myself to calculate it on the go, but yeah, quite the variety there. And the things next to them, the very colorful things, what do you guys think they are? Well, for some of you who already are doing hydroponics, not with orchids necessarily, you might already know, they are stem collars or cutting collars. What you do with them is you actually place inside the little stem you want to propagate, and with this you go into one of the pots, you insert it at the top, and hey presto, you have a very secure little cutting or seedling or whatever you are propagating or growing. You can actually insert it through this opening, remove the middle, and there you go, you have a little hole in the center for the stem to go in, and I just find them very cute. Now, mind you guys, I'm not very well versed in the hydroponics world. Some of you might already know about these. I just found them very, very cute, and you know what? I can definitely use them when I'm trying to propagate stems from my terrestrial orchids, let's say the Ludicias, right? Maybe I would go for something bigger, but yeah, I'm very happy that I learned about the existence of these things. So there we have it. That's why I wanted to show them to you. I didn't know I would be sent these guys. But with that said, let us just focus on the product at hand here, the net pots. This is what we're going to be working with today. As you can see, we have the option to get them in black or white, which is nice. And in the description, the company claims that these pots are non-toxic, they're durable, food grade, reusable, recyclable, UV resistant. They come in black or white. And I guess more details you can find down below, but what I found very interesting is that they are actually custom made. You can see that on the bottom we have drainage holes in the shape of stars and also the initials, or actually the name of the company, CZ. So this is not something purchased from somewhere else and then placed a brand on it and resold. This is actually manufactured somewhere with this design in mind. I might be wrong on that. I'm speculating right now. This is how it looks like. So that's nice to know. You will see in the description there's an interesting picture there. You can see that the 3-inch net pots work really well with the wide mouth mason jar. Now, we don't have mason jars here in my area. This is something specific for the USA. This is a company from the USA. So you will definitely have transport and delivery in the USA. Since they are available on Amazon, do check down below the transport price and conditions for your area. This is something that I'm still not exactly sure about. I do believe this company can ship internationally. I visited their Amazon and I was prompted with the message that they do ship internationally, but you know how prices are. When we're trying to ship stuff in between continents, it gets more expensive. Also, the owner did prefer me to send you the pots for you guys rather than them sending them, so it might be, actually I'm sure it is more cost efficient for those of you in the USA, but on this one you will have to check with the Amazon store and see exactly how much transport is to your area. When I will be doing the giveaway, I will not be doing it for territories. I can ship to wherever in the world. This is just a gift that I want to do from time to time, so no worries about that. But yeah, I wanted to clarify that with transport. Yes, I have been sent these from the USA. I paid taxes for these, so keep that in mind. In the USA, you will not have issues, but for other territories, you might actually have to pay import tax. I personally did. So here we have them. I split them in two. Half of my pots will go to one of you guys. Half of them I am going to keep and I'm going to play with. So I'm just gonna put this in the goodie bin. So what orchid is more suitable for net pots? What do you think? I can only think of one thing. Some of you will probably think otherwise, but I'm thinking Tolumnias. And yes, you might remember that I tried to order multiple Tolumnias. I only got one, I got doubles, I got oncidiums. What to do? We're only gonna play with one Tolumnia. Although I was planning for 4, but there you go, plans don't always work. So today we are going to pot a Tolumnia orchid into one of these pots. I will be using sphagnum moss since the rockwool experiment is still on the way. I don't fully trust it yet. I'm going to use sphagnum moss in one of these net pots, and then I'm gonna try to propagate a cutting. How about that? Let's get to work. So the orchid we're gonna work with is a Tolumnia. This is the one that I got in my birthday haul from Orchids Deluxe. If you missed it, if you wanna learn more about that nursery, check the description down below. I'll link you to that video. I was actually pretty happy with the experience and what I got, except for the no ID mix of Tolumnias / oncidiums. Anyway, so what I have here is oncidium, currently Tolumnia, Siku Charlotte. It should actually be a pretty lovely Tolumnia, but I cannot guarantee it is what it says on the label, to be fully honest. And here we have her. As you can see, she is quite the big Tolumnia, so I did go for what I believe is the 3-inch net pot. One thing that I don't have, and maybe it would be useful in the future, the size written on the pot. I don't know, maybe it's not necessary for those of you who already work with inches, you know, just by looking at something how many inches it is. For me, no, I don't really know. I would say maybe 8 centimeters. This looks like an 8 centimeter net pot. Oh, I'm just noticing we do have the name of the company on the rim here as well. Further, more customization. That's cute. So I do believe this Tolumnia will fit great into this pot. First of all, I need to unpot it. I shall do this off camera just so I don't bore you. And we are back, and as I expected, this orchid will fit very, very well in this net pot. So I will be using sphagnum moss with a little bit of perlite. This is not necessarily planned, but I did have some perlite in my sphagnum moss, and currently I'm waiting for a sphagnum moss order. It's the only moss I have. So typically in net pots I do not use perlite. There's no need really, because everything is just so airy in a net pot that perlite doesn't really serve much purpose. But rather than removing all of the perlite from my sphagnum moss, I'd just rather use the perlite. So just in case you were wondering, no, it's not mandatory, I believe, to put perlite in sphagnum moss when you're working with net pots. One more thing that I do when working with net pots and moss is that I pack it a little bit more than I would in a pot. Being that we have so many slits, in my environment at least, things dry super fast. Just a little side note, the rockwool thing dries incredibly fast, to be fully honest. I was not expecting it. So moss theoretically should dry a little faster. Rockwool retains more water. Therefore, I like to just pack it a little bit more. Not extremely much, but definitely not as loose as I would pack it in the pots. Now, the problem with compacted moss is water retention. If we compact moss, we can actually put a larger quantity of moss, which will hold more water. However, due to its structure, the moss will never become so dense that roots cannot go through it. Roots can actually split pieces of coconut husk or even bark. So moss will not be a problem. The only problem is water retention. But anyway, I think we're pretty much done. Just a few touches here and there. And voila, our orchid is potted. So if we look through the pot, we can see that moss is present, but is not super packed. I still have quite a lot of air pockets, even though I packed it more than I typically do. So I think it should be okay even in my environment. As a side note, you might know I do still have some Tolumnias recovering. Some of them have recovered. I plan to make a sort of display for net pots in general with Tolumnias that I will be working on. I was planning to do it now, but I don't have 4 Tolumnias just yet. So I'm working on that. That's why I want to use the net pot for those of you who don't like those little shells, but that shall be for a different project. About the pot, I just wanted to show you the difference between this net pot and one that I got from a commercial nursery with an orchid. So this is the other Tolumnia that we placed in rockwool. Again, if you missed the video, check it down below in the description. This is a net pot that came with one of my twinkles. It is a no-name brand as far as I can see, a typical cheap nursery net pot, and look at this. Look how flimsy it is. While this pot, I'm really pressing on it. I cannot make it compress. So definitely this is much better quality than this one. Durability wise should be much better and much more durable as well due to the UV protection aspect that the company claims it has. So yeah, definitely I can see a major difference in quality. This is pretty much the equivalent of the very flimsy plastic pot. This guy does not budge. It also has a lip, making it good for self-watering or hydroponics, actually in general. Self-watering is a sort of hydroponics setup as well. So we can rest it on a mask or something else, obviously. While this guy, it's really not created for hydroponics. So as a personal first impression, yes, I can definitely see the difference in quality. If it's worth the money or not, that will have to be up to you. I believe it is. You can check the prices on their website and also on Amazon. But, you know, this is a personal thing. I am perfectly fine to pay for quality. I pay for the Lechuza pots that I believe are quality, and I have no problem with that. I talked about this before with my Samsung phone, whatever. So I like to pay for quality. What I don't like to pay for is something that cannot justify the quality. pretty much. So that of course will have to be your decision with all of the products that I present. Not everybody will have the same opinion as me, so that is up to you. Returning to our video, I do really want to try these little colors. So what I did was just remove one of the stems from my Tolumnia Orchid, and I shall try to propagate it. So let's see if it works. This has a pretty thick stem, but I believe it could work. Let's see. All I want to do is place it in the middle here and arrange the color around it. There it is. And then just place it in the net pot. Secure it. And there we have it. This thing is not going anywhere now. And the orchid will sit securely in this net pot. And that looks pretty neat. Don't judge me, I have never seen something like this. I don't do hydroponics. I might in the future though. So I'll put a few of these colors in the giveaway as well because I just find them really cute and useful actually. So I'll go ahead and clean my little table and come back when I'm done with my thoughts on the pots. Thinking about it now, I think these will be very useful when I'll try to propagate some African violets. These will maintain the leaf stem in place, and I do believe they're reusable. They appear to be made out of spongy, rubbery material, so if you wash them, you can definitely reuse them. Anyway, so this has been it on the CZ Garden Supply video and the net pots. I personally like them. I like the diversity. You can have very big pots. I'm not entirely sure what I can put in this, but imagine a big stanhopea. Okay, that's the plan. I need a big stanhopea in my life. I do really like the colors, although I really didn't know I would receive them. I don't know why, I just think they're cute. And the pots themselves, they do appear to be really good quality, and if they pass the test of time, well, I cannot say. We're gonna see in the future because I do intend to use them. So again, you'll have the links towards the store down below in the description. Mind you, I don't know about customer service. If you guys have ever ordered from them, leave us a comment down below so we learn more. If you order from them, let us know how the experience went. I hope everything will go well. I think the product is good, and from here on, it's really up to you. So alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you CZ Garden for sending me all of these things and more than we actually discussed. I don't know what to do with the other things. I might just pass them on if I don't have any use, but I will make sure that they're loved and somebody will put them to good use. And with that said, you guys know the drill. Like or dislike this video below, subscribe to my channel for regular orchid videos, tutorials, Q&As, and other fun orchid subjects. And if you like YouTube to notify you whenever I upload a new video, just turn on notifications for my channel. If you're also curious about the setups that I use, the light, the pots, and all of that, again, check the description, I list everything there. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!